Please forgive the sins of the enemy leaders and the brave soldiers who followed their orders.
Ah, Ferdinand. Rest in peace. What's his name? Your death was failed to be captured on camera. So I was talking about the running out of space and it ran out right before his death.
Somehow we managed to capture the Great Bridge of Myrddin. To see the Imperial Army hold its ground until every last soldier fell, that is true dedication. It is clear that Edelgard is not some cruel emperor who holds her people in a vice-like grip. There is something more driving our foes. From here on out, our journey will not be an easy one.
Excuse me, sir. Gilbert is here.
Gilbert? What was he doing all this time? We had better go and meet with him.
So, you've captured the Great Bridge of Myrddin. I'm impressed that you were able to break through their defenses.
Save your praise, Gilbert. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Why are you here? Why now?
I am once again in the service of Dimitri. He was in hiding in Fraldaria's territory, where he was biding his time for a counteroffensive.
Dimitri is alive?
Yes, he was to be executed in Ferdiad, but Dedu stepped forward to rescue him. I am here today by command of Dimitri himself. We realize that our enemies are the same, and that it may be advantageous to join forces.
I see. I shall hear you out.
We are preparing to advance against the Empire. Will you join us as we march toward the Imperial capital? If that is too much to ask, then at least allow us to freely cross the Great Bridge of Myrddin.
Agreed. We have just finished a fierce battle, and our forces are few. To march straight for the main body of the Imperial Army and challenge them? It is too soon. If you would be willing to wait a few months, we might be able to offer something more.
I am afraid His Highness is not able to stop his advance.
If that is the case, I am afraid we cannot join you. Please, send our regards to Dimitri.
That choice made a big difference.
I understand. It's unfortunate that we were not able to secure the help of the Knights of Seros.
In
Still,
retrospect, I probably should
I'm
have gone
grateful
with
that we can
if
cross
that
the
is
Great
case.
Bridge of Myrddin safely. Thank you for that. This will be a fight to the death. It is highly likely that we will meet our
Too
end.
late to turn.
I wish you both the best of luck in the battles ahead.
It doesn't seem like a good
And may
idea
the goddess protect you as well.
to go right now. But now I kind of wish, assuming there, I was able to do a different thing. Well, anyway, from now on, I'm going to listen to this.
Part 2. Silver Snow. Harpstring Moon. The Impregnable Fortress. After seizing the Great Bridge of Myrddin, the Resistance Army starts making preparations to invade Imperial territory, when a surprising piece of information comes to light.
Well, what was that? Oh. Well, anyway, from now on, I'm not going to record any more than 1 hour at a time, because that was a big old mess. I even got an external hard drive, but it's not working right. And like I looked up all this stuff, like how to override it, but like one of the options wasn't available, so we'll look into that later, but what a headache, man.
Emergency! In Gronder Field! There's a... It's a...
We are in
Spit
the
it
middle
out,
of a
man.
military conference. Please, calm yourself and tell us what is the matter.
Yes, sir. It seems the Kingdom and Alliance armies clashed with Imperial forces on Gronder Field. Amid the chaos of three armies battling each other out there, the Imperial army was routed. Edelgard sustained heavy wounds and retreated to Enbar.
Well then, I suppose.
Sir, the Kingdom army was also decimated and His Highness Dimitri has been counted among the dead.
What?
Should I have gone over there?
The Alliance sustained heavy casualties as well, and the whereabouts of their leader, Claude, is currently unknown.
Unknown? It must have been a brutal fight. Missing. Let us hope the Master Tactician's great mind is not forever lost to this world. Our only solace is that Edelgard sustained severe injuries. This is all quite unexpected, but we must find a way to use this situation to our advantage.
Seems like the story is happening, like, 100 miles away from us.
The Empire's main force has suffered a mighty blow. Edelgard will most certainly avoid the front lines. Now is the time for us to infiltrate the Empire and aim for the capital.
Oh, geez,
But
maybe we should have done that
What will
originally
happen to the
then.
lords of the Old Kingdom and Alliance territories?
They have lost many leaders and soldiers. I'm sure they must be hard at work
Assuming
rebuilding.
that choice mattered.
We will foster cooperation by aiding them through the local churches. The remaining lords of the Kingdom and Alliance must join together to form one union. And you should be the one to lead them. What do you say?
Should have done that.
Indeed, it is a question for another day. We must focus on our battle with the Empire. For now, what is our next course of action? We must choose a place within the Empire that will give us solid defenses for our front line. That will become the foothold for our invasion of the capital. There is one massive fortress that boasts the greatest defenses in the Empire, Fort Mercius. We will stand no chance if we attack by traditional means. We must gather everyone and devise a plan of attack.
It has been a lifetime, hasn't it, Professor?
Dimitri? I thought you were dead.
Yes, I thought so too. I wanted to slice her throat, but I did not get the chance. I let people die, and yet I still stand. Rodrigue, Gustav, Dedu.
Did you?
You sound just like Rodrigue. A reason. Everyone gives such complicated advice, and I can never quite grasp it all. That is why, Professor,
What?
I came here to explain my decision. I have no resources to take back the kingdom capital, much less to defeat the
Yeah.
Empire.
Thought that
And
would
that
might
is
have been a
why.
suicide mission.
Professor, you will catch a cold sleeping in a place like this.
Sleeping? What? Did he do something?
Is something the matter?
Did he knock me out and take my sword and now he's gonna give it to Edelgard and like surrender to her and like something like that? No.
I am the only one here.
Not from
Were you dreaming?
I guess so.
I can't say for certain that you were dreaming. But if someone did come here to see you, that person only wanted you to see their face. Perhaps they
magic?
wanted you to guide them.
Where are you getting that from? Weird. Shamir.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around. I can count on you doing most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question. Not sure. I might have an idea, but never mind. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately.
That is true.
Almost like you know I won't question your orders. Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still. I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leading the charge against the Empire. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army.
So do I.
You'll always be their professor, huh? You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone, but I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry, though. I don't plan to turn on you.
Well, for once, the supports actually coincided with, like, what I've been doing recently since I put her in those 2 other battles where I didn't before. Anyway, speaking of that, I don't think we're going to be... What actually are we doing this month? Oh, right, Mercius. There'll be no mercy for Mercius. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing any more of these missions. Fighting missions. Unless there's, like, some special reason to. Like, just for, like, a paralogue. So as such... Let's just take a look at... Yeah, I don't think that's anything. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. So that means we'll either be seminaring or just exploring every week. If we're exploring every week, then that would increase the amount of, like, plants that we get for every week, because we plan on this one and then harvest here and here and here instead of just, like, once in the month. On the other hand, seminaring would get us more, like, learning experience. So that's probably technically better. So we probably should just go to one of these once in the month, even still, and seminar the rest of the weeks. Maybe split them in half, but if we do go to the exploring more than once a month, you know, since we'll get all the dialogue and stuff done on one day of the week, 1 week rather, at least the other day won't take us long, because we just have a few, like, almost dailies instead of talking to everybody. Alright, but putting those plans aside, we'll probably do that this day, because there's a choir festival and Golden Fist, whereas the other days, it's just less interesting stuff, I think. Yep, we're exploring this week. We can get that magic staff, that sounds good. Although probably extraneous, probably have everything.
Professor?
Casper.
Fort Mercius is next, huh? Ah, the memories. It's a huge stronghold in my father's domain. The town's completely surrounded by high walls.
Oh.
I used to run around there when I was a kid. Way back when a fortress was just a playground for me. Yeah, those were the days.
I guess we're gonna be killing your father next. Oh, we got more supports. Oh, wait, we don't have more supports. They're like the same ones, right? Oh, here's one.
Petra, what are you doing?
Hello, Cyril. I was doing training for hunting.
I thought you were already a good hunter.
I am
Let's
good,
get better.
but to keep good, I must keep practicing.
That too.
Oh, I get it. Huh. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
I mean, I figure you asked me a personal question before, so now it's my turn. That is, if you don't mind. Tell me why it is you do all this training, and if it's got something to do with where you're from.
My training in my land of home. Before I can give answers, I must give you my history. I was a child in Brigid. But then there happened the war with the Empire. My parents were...
There happened the war.
They died. Brigid lost in the war. After it, a decision was had that I must go to the Empire.
War, huh? That's the same as me.
Yes. But our difference is that I still have a strong devotion to my land of home. I want to grow my skills and train with hardness for the goodness of my land of home. I will one day be leading Bridget. I want to have better relations with Fodlan. So that is why I am here, when I wish I could be there.
Oh, wow. You do all this so maybe you can be a leader for your people? I guess I was right. You're real different than me.
We have differences, but we do not have so many differences. You and I are the same, I believe.
The same?
You work with great passion, all for the future and to keep protected what is here today. I work for the future of my land of home. You are the same, but here is your home.
I don't know. Maybe, but I guess that does mean I'm putting in a lot of effort every day, just like you.
That is what I have said. You and I are the same, even with the differences we have.
Alright, that got a little annoying.
Let's see. Has to be here somewhere.
Oh, my princess! Pray tell, are you seeking a book?
Ferdinand, you should probably settle down a little with the princess talk. Just speak to me normally. My princess days are long gone.
I could not disagree more. To me, you will always be that dazzling songstress, that veritable princess of the opera. From ages 5 to 11, I never missed a single one of your performances. Seeing you on stage was like glimpsing heaven. I was overcome with bliss.
You're going a little overboard, and I think I may have something in my eye.
An elegant coalescence of beautiful song and frenetic swordplay. That was the most memorable aspect for me. On stage, weapon in hand, letting your ballads soar to the heavens. Honestly, the first time I held a sword, it was not to train. I was trying to do your sword dance.
Why isn't she a dancer or like a singer? Doesn't she fit exactly into that class?
I inspired your love of weaponry? How flattering.
Correct. It is all thanks to you.
Oh, come now. Although I'm honored if my stage presence had any such influence on your life.
The honor is all mine. You blessed me by returning to my life. No matter where I go, or who I end up marrying, my childhood memory of you is inscribed in the deepest depths of my heart.
That's an interesting direction to put it.
Is something the matter?
Oh, nothing. I just feel a little empty inside now.
Oh, nothing. I just feel empty inside. Move along. No more conros. Oh, they're gonna talk more about fishing.
Hello again, Sedith. Oh, full basket. Big catch?
Indeed. Thanks to you,
Oh,
I
that's
now
nice
know all
development.
about the proper use of bait.
Even so, that's quite the haul.
I have developed a few tricks of my own as well. In my enthusiasm, I may have gotten a little greedy.
Oh, yeah?
Once I started to catch fish, I began to pay very close attention to the number I had caught. I hear it is not uncommon for one to become a little preoccupied with that sort of thing. And when I recalled the prospect of having what I caught cooked for me, the challenge was too tempting to ignore. But alas, it seems I have gotten a little more preoccupied than is appropriate for my age.
Well, that's only natural. Seeing what you've already got just makes you curious how far you can take it.
It has made fishing an even richer experience for me. And for that, I must thank you.
Don't mention it. Actually, I should thank you too.
Oh?
Yeah. Used to be, I only ever fished for food. Lately, though, I've been coming here just to relax. I do still eat the fish, of course, but I appreciate fishing in a whole new way now.
Seems we have both made worthwhile discoveries. So which is it today? Hunger or relaxation?
I'd only planned to take it easy, but seeing all you've caught has definitely made me hungry.
I had planned to bring all of them to you regardless. Take as many as you please.
Hey, thanks. In that case, why don't we eat together? You can leave all the cooking to me.
That's cute, but it is a little weird to not see the water rippling. It's like, it's a good painting, but it if like that were like Fate or something, well, no. It's just kind of distracting. But I was looking at the inventory, see how many magic people we have. Compare that to how many staves we can use. So I guess that's here. We have a magic staff and guides use of memories empty for magical attacks. That's range +1. As much as boosting attack power is cool, increasing range is better, I think. But yeah, we really don't have a lot of magic people, so I don't even think it's worth it to get the magic staff, because we already have one and we're already not using it. So may as well use that one of those units for something else. I mean, maybe we can come back to it if there's really nothing else to do with our, whatchamacallits. Woo. Let's go, let's start up here. On that table.
The battle at Gronder Field certainly took an unexpected turn, did it not?
I guess
Let us
so.
press on, so as not to waste the opportunity. Fort Mercius is a keep that was constructed to defend the imperial capital, Enbar.
Gotcha.
We cannot enter the capital without first capturing that fort. But once we have it, the city should be almost entirely at our mercy.
Okay.
I will make the necessary preparations. Be ready.
You betcha.
I'm sorry to...
Tales of Chivalry. I'm definitely gonna get around to restoring all my equipment. Do that off screen, of course. There's no reason to record that. But, well, that's the thing. I end the recording and then it's not necessarily in a place where I can do that. And then I have to keep on recording. Well, anyway.
Each step closer to Enbar, I'm reminded of another part of my past. Riches and poverty, glory and failure. That city has it all. And if I'm honest, sometimes I miss it. That's how the past works, though, isn't it? It's always a different story than what you really lived.
Oh. Anyway, this is the first... I didn't really look down at the capture feed to see that the commentary is being recorded till just now. It made me nervous, like, oh, why am I doing all this and amounted to nothing?
Fort Mercius is the Empire's single most fortified military installation. Utterly impregnable, they say. I wonder, do you happen to know the nickname given to Fort Mercius?
I don't. Stubborn old general. I'll go with that.
Indeed.
Wow.
A very good answer. But of course, you'd know that. Seems Fodlans give everyone and everything a nickname. Why, you were called the Ashen Demon. Myself, I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a nickname as well as a title, I suppose.
Is that something you actually could have known? Because I just guessed.
Really?
Yes, really. Ooh. Hoot hoot.
Did you give the ridiculous order to prepare Imperial armor for every one of our troops? I've reached out through all of my channels, but there are limits to these things. I'll have to recruit an entire town's worth of people if I ever plan on making enough.
No, I didn't do that. Oh, there's somebody else here.
I see. I've heard that Gilbert, who used to serve in the Knights of Seros, fell at Gronder. Apparently he was originally a knight of the kingdom, and now he shared Prince Dimitri's fate. Gilbert was an exceptional knight. It's an unspeakable shame.
Yeah, that's too bad. But that reminds me, yeah, the other reason I got the sense that that was a suicide mission is because they're talking about how there's no way for them to hold off the attack, and it's just like, what do you mean there's no way to hold off the attack? You don't attack, like, I mean, I don't know all the details, but if you have a better tactical opportunity later, which would be when you have allies who can back you up, then you certainly hold off the attack unless there's some political reason he had to push forward, or, you know, he had some strategic reason to do it right now. That, like, maybe they were going to invade later. The Empire was going to invade them, like, in a week, so they couldn't wait 2 weeks. They had to go on the offensive now, but barring something like that, it just kind of seemed like, well, based on what I know about Dimitri, he's more bloodthirsty than he is, you know, thinking exactly. But not that I know much, but, you know, things you get pieces here and there from heroes.
Here's what I noticed. I can see further than most other people can see. But I can't figure the point of seeing further than an arrow can fly, since I can't shoot what I see. Yeah, I suppose it could be real useful for finding Lady Rhea, too.
Yeah,
Thanks,
okay,
Professor.
that guy has her one track
I think
mind.
I get it now. I'm gonna
Just
put
like
my eyes
Dimitri.
to real good use.
From what I've heard. I mentioned it earlier, but you really don't get much on the other characters, like the other house leaders or whatever, if you don't play through their story. Like, they may as well be NPCs, you know, equal to all the ones that are just not even in your team.
It sounds like the battle at Gronder Field was pretty gruesome. We don't know for certain whether Claude's alive or dead. Maybe he's alright.
Probably not.
I wish I could make sure somehow. But it doesn't seem possible now.
Well, if you put your mind to it, maybe you can figure something out. But, you know, if you were there with them, maybe you could have prevented it. I don't know, man.
Oh.
But maybe you should feel bad. For...
Professor!
What? Oh, right. I'm pretty sure... Oh, but... There was that, like... That magic rock that was in the well that one time. Now I absolutely can't not look around this exterior, even though there probably isn't anything.
What?
Well, anyway, that's... Getting back... Oh, there's Dorothea. Talk
I
to her.
heard that a staggering number of people lost their lives in the battle at Gronder. And here we are, preparing for the next battle as if nothing happened the day before.
Yep.
It's almost easier to think about war as theater, with the stage an entire continent.
And the deaths, though actors die.
Something like that. If an accident happens on stage, the next day's performance must be unaffected. Everyone just pretends like everything is fine, focusing on their role in the play.
Yep. Get used to it.
Hi. Hey, you.
Hey, you. Where's this person? Oh.
I've come here after getting chased out of the Empire. There's no place for our kind there anymore.
But there are still many inside Empire territory who haven't abandoned their faith in the Church of Seros. I pray that one day we'll get the chance
What
to
a creepy
rebuild the
face.
church within the Empire.
Oh, there it is. Anyway, compared to the opening of the game where they all got... I know I mentioned this earlier, but compared to when they all got equal, like, footing, the main house character peoples. Huh. The last thing I did was finishing up one of them with that. Okay, we got flying +2, X skills, authority, divine pulp, heavy armor. I guess flying, because there are more people who need flying. The heavy armor is pretty much done, right? And bow skills, they're pretty much done too. That gets authority, brawling. Yeah.
This one?
Sickle.
You're all set. See you again soon.
I guess if you're playing on not legendary mode, that's Skyrim. But I guess if we were playing on not Maddening, you'd probably go for the flying first, right? Because you would make everybody a Wyvern Rider. So I'm getting it kind of late game. Again, I'm not sure how far into the game this is. Is this like the halfway point, and then there's going to be a post-war arc?
Really?
Yes, really.
Professor.
It seems like if you can't marry your person till after the war, that'd be like the end of the game if that is the end, and it'd be kind of a weird time to marry. Well, not really, realistically, but I mean, like, at least compared to how Fire Emblem has been, you'd marry as soon as possible.
Doesn't matter how sturdy the keep. If the commander defending it is incompetent, it can fall as easy as anything. That's what they say, at least. I wonder if that applies to Fort Mercius. All I know is, if I was the Emperor, I'd never in a million years assign an incompetent commander to a fort as important as that one.
You're not saying that they installed an incompetent person there, are you? That would seem like a strange move. Why are you barking at this grave? "33 minutes. 27 more to go. Gotta pay attention. We hell to pay."
Wow. I hardly recognize everyone. Their faces have changed so much. More experience in the eyes, and more pain. I'm glad that they're stronger, but I hate to think they've all become hardened killers. Look after them, okay? Try to keep them on the straight and narrow.
As long as the straight and narrow wins the war, I will. Lindhart.
I'm rather curious to see what stratagem we'll devise to capture the fortress. You know Fort Mercius's nickname, I assume. The stubborn old general.
Ah,
but there must be one or two gaps in its defenses.
Okay.
So would we have learned it in one of those books we read at the beginning? Help me! Or just from him?
Hey, I could use a hand.
I'm scared of it here, or worse. Calm my nerves. Oh. Airing Bait, Earthworm Zim, Legends of Chivalry. Okay. Oh, we'll like find it on the ground. They don't mean we'll have to grow it.
Hello.
Hello.
Professor.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Is it true that we'll be assaulting Fort Mercius next? That doesn't sound like the brightest idea. I've heard that it's built to withstand an attack from even the largest of armies.
Then we'll just have to use
Not
a
to tell
small
you how to
army.
do your job, but don't do it. I'm not ready to say my final goodbyes to everyone.
We're over leveled. We'll be fine.
No sale. A class reunion on the battlefield? That's bleak. That must have been so hard on everyone. You gotta keep looking after them all. I mean, they still look to you for guidance, you know?
Oh.
Hey, Professor. Fancy meeting you here. I've got a business, I've got something I want to chat with you about. I know you're busy with a lot of things, but I was wondering if I might be able to join you. Heck, I won't even charge you for my aid. What say you? It's a killer deal. Thank you. Now I'll have plenty of time to get to know my clients better. A merchant needs to know the inner workings of everyone they come in contact with. Helps with the making of the monies, you know.
The monies? Going to work with you.
A class reunion on the battlefield? That's bleak. You gotta keep looking after them all.
Ooh.
Thanks a million. Thanks for having me. Time for business. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I know. I'm not marrying Anna, but it's not going to happen in the future either, apparently. So may as well just.
Yum. Sold. Sold.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Not sure I'd buy it.
Tell me about yourself, and you can.
Sold. That's the way.
I know Anna so well.
There's a lot of competition between us merchants. So if you've got any ideas on how I can corner the market... Sold. That's the way. That's on you. Not sure I'd buy it. Oh! Yes, please, and thanks. Thanks for treating me. Let's do this again, yeah?
Okay.
Welcome.
What do you have to sell? This stuff again? Right.
Come back soon.
This is disgusting. Disgusting. But, let's see, levels. Yes, he came along with us at level 35. Samir, you have been replaced. Wait, she uses a sword in this one, like an awakening. Not like in Fates. Granted, let's see. Oh, good with faith. Oh, interesting. She gets good writing stuff. I wish I recruited her a long time ago. She has a crest? Crest long lost to history. Huh. Oh, a thief. Ooh, that's quite useful. But yes, oh, okay, so she comes with a sword, but she's still good with a bow. sword and bow, and he's pretty good at Faith, even though the experience level's low, as well as Axe. I wonder if they're referencing, you know, Awakening and Fates and Heroes by having her good at that stuff. And then she's also kind of a good, like, assist character, so she has Faith, I guess. And of course, she's also known for writing. And I think both of the games. But anyway, if I got her earlier, because apparently, like, well, we went over this earlier, but the DLC didn't get, like, accessed for a long time. Well, anyway, we would have had more time to grow that. But, such is how it is. But yeah, I'll be talking to you later, off screen, in like 20 minutes.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Teacher.
Ferdinand.
Dimitri, the late Prince of Fargus. He despised the Empire with all his heart. He should not have tried leading an army while his emotions were holding him captive.
Leaders are people too.
True enough, but I suspect the reason
Well, it
he
seemed
died
like the
is that he
exact
could
same
not
thing to
keep
say,
his
though.
emotions in check. I see.
Yes.
You are saying you met with Dimitri, but you could
I don't
not
know.
tell if it was
Maybe.
reality or a dream.
Yeah.
I wonder what that could mean.
Remind me to go back to the monastery portion and do the requests.
The fish in this pond get fed every day, so they're swimming all lazy and serene. But the only reason they're kept here is so that they can one day be used for food. But the fish don't know that, so they just swim around happily. It's a bit of a miserable thought. But aren't soldiers much the same?
How philosophical. But not really. They know their job is to die, right? Such uncommon fish out there today. Let's catch a couple on screen. Hey, wait a second. Oh, never mind. Maybe 5? There's one down. White trout. Another white trout. This one's large. Caledonian gar. Good fish. Such a good fish. Did I get experience for that? Was that the first time I caught that, or? I just have no idea how it works. Man, that's some intense music for fishing.
You're quite a tactician, disguising ourselves as enemy soldiers
that
to
my
sneak
idea
in
after all, then?
undetected. A stroke of brilliance. In a frontal attack, our losses would be tremendous. With this strategy, we can really snatch victory from the jaws of deceit.
That's a bad pun.
Yes. With you leading our fighters, I've no doubt the Empire will suffer an embarrassing deceit. Get it? Deceit again?
See, the only reason puns aren't funny is when you draw too much attention to them. It's like with Chugga. It's like, Dom only really gets mad because he's like, pun, 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 pun! If you just said it more casual, it wouldn't be so bad. Little rose, violet, forget-me-not. I wonder if there's a way to actually know how to do that better. There must be, right?
Okay.
Is there anything to do up here? 14 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna assume they don't put anything in the beds there. In the dorm rooms.
Professor.
Is that redundant? I don't think it is, actually. Ooh.
It's always so peaceful coming back here. But it's hard to relax knowing we have to go out on another expedition again so soon. An assault
What, you
in
mean
that
once
huge
every
cave.
month?
That sounds hard. Oh, really hard. Don't you think it'll be hard? Of course you'd say that. Why'd I even ask?
I had a feeling that's not what Sue wanted to hear. I think it's probably still the best thing to say.
Deliver vegetables we harvested in the village to the monastery's dining hall. Because of the season, I couldn't really pick that much, but I wanted to help the church out, even just a little bit. We're busily planting seeds, so when things start to grow, I'll be back.
Thanks.
I've heard Dedue's passed on, just like His Highness. You're right. I don't think anyone's found his body, so I guess he might still be out there. If somehow he's still alive, I hope we'll meet again.
Why'd I recruit you again?
Professor, I have excitement in my heart for secret tactics. I enjoy attacks that are surprising. Yes, hunting is doing surprise attacks on prey. Surprise attacks are safe with friends. Fewer injuries.
May as well do both of these, I guess. Oh, that makes double sense.
That looks delicious. Goddess forgive me, I've just got to indulge.
The flavor is nostalgic to me for some reason. I'd like some more.
That was useful, I think. That reminds me.
Alright, let's get cracking. Interesting. Say, you're pretty good at this. I'll try extra hard, too. Good deal.
Here we go. Grand Slug plus 5. I knew it. I wonder if that would have... Let's see, we could have stolen, like, something from the... there was something in the... Ooh, he comes with a large bullion. There was something in the other part that seemed interesting. Anyway, strength 24, luck 29, magic 19. Yeah, magic is pretty good for being compared to strength. I mean, they're both close to each other. Well, her magic's higher, but... 31, huh? $26, 28, 23, 23, 32. Yeah, she's not as strong as, like, the real strong people, but compared to a lot of the people that we have, it's not too bad. And her magic stat's pretty good for what it is. Let's see, Dex 28. Of course, her luck stat's very high. That's her Anna classic. She has better defense than Byleth. Heck, Lindhart only has one less defense than Byleth, for that matter. Does Byleth not have good defense? Or is this 17? For some reason, I feel like Byleth's decent at tanking, but on the other hand, Bernadetta, it's terrible. It seems like a terrible idea for her to tank, but his really is very average. These are like skill characters I get, or like these ones, so they have lower defense, but anyway, I don't know, she doesn't actually seem that bad. Her stats, that is, 33, her speed. Okay, there's Petra, 32. And she's the fastest character besides Petra. I'm beginning to wonder why people thought, why it said that her stats are bad in this game. Maybe it said that she doesn't have a good skills or something. I don't know. She doesn't actually seem that bad, from what I can tell. Faith, X-Breaker, that's cool. I'm not saying that's necessarily the case, but it seems like it. Well, but since that's equipped, we'll obviously get that done, and then move on to other things. Assuming it's convenient to. But yeah, she's definitely replacing these cats. But we can talk to the cats? Gifts for cat and dogs? If you give food to the dogs, you may find some treasure. The animals can get full, however. If that happens, find another. It looks happy. Wow. If I'm been missing out on a bunch of resources. Wow. Where do they get this stuff? Wait, I think it was this one that I was giving food to earlier.
Professor, standing face to face with those whom I went to school with. On the field of battle. How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered. It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior.
I doubt that.
Well, according to information we've received from the Eastern Church, the Alliance territories seem to be experiencing intense upheaval, and their leaders' well-being is still unclear, and the Lords are all questioning each other's intentions. It seems like a difficult time to ask the Alliance for assistance.
Under your leadership, we can win any battle, no matter the odds. That's what everyone's saying, anyway. Hope you can keep up with our expectations, Professor.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Looks like we're all done with all that.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
What was it? I might make a tea out of it. Even the smell of the soothing.
Professor.
Professor. Looks like we have just enough time.
Okay.
Edelgard, Dimitri, Claude,
Creepy
all the
face.
house leaders from way back when, assembled again at Gronder. I wonder what their thoughts were as they headed out to the battlefield.
Wait a second. Was that famous cutscene with the kill every last one and that where they all meet? Did we just skip that?
After that great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fodlan has shifted greatly. But we only stood a chance because we drove the Empire from the Great Bridge of Murden. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
Uh-huh.
Professor!
Well...
Oops. Here we go. Oh, only one, huh? My hair's longer than it used to be. I don't care much what the guys think. I'm curious if it looks good on me. It looked great, sort. Nobody will care either way. It looks good long. I agree. He's already good, though. I wonder what the arrow on the right is.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
This is no good. Sing from your diaphragm. Law. Get it? Law.
Huh. They're good people to get faith up anyway, but you'd think that they would have started, like, repairing this important part of the church. Well, anyway, we have time for one more support. It doesn't need to be exactly an hour, but just enough time
Dorothea?
for this.
You look as if something's terribly wrong.
I do? Oh, nothing's wrong. Not really. I've just been thinking about the future. And what happens when the war is over.
And tell me, what is your vision of the future like?
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I guess I don't know what to expect. In my life, I've met all sorts of people who've lived lots of different ways. So now I'm trying to figure out how I want to live.
I'm free, unlike so many people. I have the ability to take control of my own fate. Like you.
Well, I quit the opera to join the Officers' Academy as a professor. Then I joined this war because, well, I don't know. I'm hoping for an end to it. Peace for the world. Even though I took control of my own fate, I still haven't found the man of my dreams.
You'll find him. He's out there somewhere. You know, there is one thing I want for the future.
So, you've got a dream after all.
Well, it's a dream I've always had. You'll think this is silly, but I'd like to stand beside you.
I don't get it.
When you left the opera company, I took your place. I stood center stage and sang, and everyone cheered for me. I wish the cheers were for me and you. I wish we stood on that stage together.
I have to tell you something. The first time I saw you on stage, I felt you were the one I wanted to hear sing. I already had plans to leave the opera company, but when I met you, I knew I couldn't leave until I saw you take your rightful place. You're right, though. It would have been nice to stand beside you on stage, even just once.
Maybe we weren't together then, but we're together here, now. And in the future, maybe it won't be so bad if you never find that man of your dreams.
What do you mean by that?
You and me. I won't find a guy either. We can just be together. I think that'd be pretty nice, don't you? Living together and doing whatever we want.
Huh. You know, that could be nice. It'd be like you and me, finally together on stage. The lights shining down, our gowns and jewels sparkling. Just us.
Sparkling in the stage lights forever.
And on that note, see you in the next one. Bye. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, I think I somehow... Okay. I didn't think that would have been skipped earlier, but it didn't.
Right, right.
You know, I thought when I reset the system, it went back to before that, but I didn't listen to something she said earlier. I think that was something that happened. So I guess I'll do that one later too as well. So now for real, see you in the next one. Bye.